I'm going to hand you 7 years of my mistakes right here, right now, so you don't have to pay for them yourself. Because here's the uncomfortable truth about the money I made investing in ETFs. It wasn't because I'm smart. The market handed it to me. My real regret is the money I quietly lost for years to 5 mistakes that had nothing to do with being rich or being a genius, and everything to do with how I behaved. And I bet you're making at least 2 of them right now. So today, I'm walking you through all 5 with the actual data behind each, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. The rule for this whole video: investing isn't about being brilliant, it's about not screwing up. Mistake number 1, I tried to time the market. Buy low, sell high, right? It's so obvious nobody even questions it. So when the headline screamed, "Wait," I sold, and when they said, "Get back in," I bought. I was very busy, and it cost me, precisely. Let me show you the number that broke my brain. JP Morgan ran it. From 2003 to 2022, $10,000 left in the S&P 500 and never touched grew to about $65,000, roughly 9.8% a year. But miss just the 10 best days in that entire 20-year stretch, and you end up with about 30,000, less than half. Miss the 30 best days, and your return is basically flat. Now here's the part that should scare you straight. The best days almost always land right on top of the worst days, usually within 2 weeks. So the person who panics and sells during the crash is the exact person standing outside the market when it rockets back up. Trying to time it is like trying to dodge where lightning is going to strike. You can't. The only protection is to already be standing inside the house, and that means staying invested through the whole ugly thing. So what do I do now? I don't watch a single market outlook video. I picked a date, and every month, up or down, I just buy. It's me raising a white flag, admitting I can't time this, and that surrender has grown my account more than all my clever moves did. Mistake number 2, I chased whatever was hot. Some theme is trending, somebody in a forum posts their gains, and my hand was on the buy button before my brain caught up. Before long, I had 20 positions cluttering my account. A couple worked, but overall, the crowd chasing quietly chewed through my returns. And this is not just me. 2 researchers tracked 66,000 American brokerage accounts, and the most active traders, the ones buying and selling the most, trailed the market by around 6 to 7 percentage points a year, almost all of it eaten alive by trading costs and bad timing. And the same study found the most confident investors traded the most and lost the most doing it. Overconfidence is expensive. So now, my rule is brutally simple. If I don't understand it, I don't buy it. I don't buy it just because a stranger online is excited about it. I keep a broad, long-proven US index at the center of everything, and the flashy stuff, if I touch it at all, stays a tiny side dish. And I ask one question before anything gets in. Will this still be here in 10 or 20 years? Mistake number 3, and this one actually hurt. I invested money I couldn't afford to lose. I told myself, if you've got conviction, go big. And I shoved money into that account that I genuinely needed. Grocery money, my emergency cushion. In a good market, no problem at all. The problem detonates in a crash. And crashes are not rare events. The dot-com bust took the S&P down about 49%. 2008, down about 57%. COVID knocked off about 34% in a single month. Something like this shows up every few years, guaranteed. If it's truly spare money, you can ride out a 34% drop, maybe even buy more. But if next month's rent and your kids' tuition are sitting in that account, you cannot hold. You sell at the very bottom, and selling at the bottom means missing the rebound. You lock that loss in forever. Here's the real truth. Which investment actually fits you isn't revealed in a bull market, it's revealed in a crash by whether you can calmly buy more or you're forced to sell. So do 2 things today. Keep at least 3 to 6 months of expenses completely out of your investing account, sitting in a high yield savings account. And any money you know you'll need within the next few years, pull that out too. The principle has 0 exceptions. Money you cannot afford to lose does not go into the market. Mistake number 4, I drowned myself in information and called it studying. Every single morning, the economic news, the outlooks, is now a good time to buy. When should I sell? Lurking in forums and feeling so productive the whole time. Looking back, That was the most wasted time of all, because almost all of it was pure noise. Be honest with yourself. Most investment information exists for one reason, to make you do something. And you just saw that doing something is what loses. Warren Buffett already handed us the answer. You know what his instructions were for his own wife's inheritance? 90% into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund, 10% in short-term government bonds. That's it. The greatest investor alive said don't analyze it, just buy the index and sit on it. And he backed it with real money, a 10-year bet against a group of hedge funds. The index returned about 7% a year. The hedge funds about 2%. Pros armed with every tool got demolished by a fund that does absolutely nothing. Zoom out to 15 years and nearly 90% of professional large cap funds fail to beat that same simple index. So why the endless flood of predictions? Because brokers and financial media don't make money when you sit still. They make money when you trade and when you're anxious enough to click the next thing. I think of it like airport announcements. Loud all day long, but almost none of it is about your flight. So, turn off the Outlook videos, stop trading the news, and go set up one automatic monthly investment instead. That one boring move will do more for your retirement than any forecast ever will. Mistake number 5. I bought and sold constantly, living and dying with every wiggle. Up a little? Should I take profits? Down a little? What if it drops more? I'd sell for a small gain, feel like a genius, and completely miss what I was actually doing, shrinking my share count. Because in long-term investing, the winner is not the one who nails the price. It's the one who just keeps stacking shares. I call it being a shareholder. When you sell into a rally, your share count drops. And once your share count drops, it doesn't matter how high the price climbs later, your slice of it is smaller. Morningstar studied 10 years of this and found the funds earned a perfectly good return. But the actual investors in them earned roughly 1 percentage point a year less, purely from when they bought and sold. That's around 15% of your gains. Gone. Not from bad funds, but from not being able to sit still. So here's the line I live by now. You invest with your backside. You sit. Every time you yank your gains out, you're cutting open the goose. Leave it alone and grow your share count, and the goose just keeps laying eggs. My rule these days is dull as dishwater. I don't sell, I buy more when I've got cash, and I buy even more when it drops. And it adds up. An extra couple $100s a month, invested for 20 years at 8%, turns into almost $120,000. The point was never the number, it's the behavior. Never stop stacking. Now, all 5 of these share one single root, one sentence. The money I made was not because I'm good, it's because I stayed on the ride. And the second you truly accept that, everything gets easy, because when you stop believing you're the smart one, you stop timing it. Stop chasing the crowd. Stop drowning in noise and stop flipping in and out. Admit you can't beat the market, and there is exactly one job left. Get on and stay on for a very long time. So let me hand you the 5, flipped into what to actually do. 1, don't time it, pick a date, and buy on schedule. 2, don't follow the crowd, keep a broad US index at the core. 3, only invest money you don't need. 4, collect shares, not headlines, automate a single buy. 5, don't sell, sit still, and stack. Because here's the thing, your return is a prediction, but the habit of not screwing up is a guarantee. So go lock in what you can actually guarantee. If this saved you even one of my 7 years, do me a favor and smash that like button and hit subscribe. And since these numbers and studies do get updated over time, always check the latest before you act. I'll see you in the next one.